Hello, hello everyone. Thanks for joining the TipsyTrixie show. Just getting everything started, doing a mic check, and preparing for this lovely interview. Thanks for joining me already. I appreciate you guys jumping in. All right, TipsyTrixie viewers. Thank you for joining me in this lovely day of PopulationOne. I appreciate you guys joining me for this lovely day, Tuesday after a holiday. I took the day off today, got myself up early, got myself dressed for work, went in, sat at my desk, and realized when I looked at my calendar, I had requested the day off. And I was that person that went to work on my day off. So got myself back in the car, drove myself back home, cried a little bit because I wasted my sleep-in day, and then I played some Pop One. So, thank you for joining me in this very special Tuesday interview. Today, I've got a very special guest, and I'm standing on a giant golden PJ head. Just going to turn around here. This is really creepy. I don't know if you guys have ever been up here just to hang out, but if you guys go up, look up the hand, and this beautiful... We've got Red Legend. Hello, Red Legend. This is your baby boy, Red Legend. Isn't that how it goes?
Oh, shit. Yes. I call everybody my baby boy.
I just noticed that that's kind of how you start all of your streams. As you know, yeah. I do a lot of stream stalking and a lot of lurking and a lot of announcing that I'm there to try and check out your gameplay and all of your cool stuff. And I was most excited to do this interview because not just in Pop One, but in a lot of different streaming games that you do for us, you do a lot of different graphics, a lot of different excitement that goes on in your streams. And we'll get to that question about like your setup and all the deals of things that you've had to put together for those. But I just want to say thank you because you've got one of the most entertaining gigs out there. Like, if I'm capable when you were doing, you were doing your late night streams, if I was capable of staying up, I'm usually not a late night person. I was always in there checking it out because you were always doing something cool. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no more late night streams anymore.
That's right. You got your schedule changed, isn't that right?
Weekends, yeah, schedule change. Yep, I'm doing mornings now, so
nice.
You will see me during the day now.
Well, I think everybody's a fan of that, especially people like me who work and say they're working, but they're watching Pop One.
So I keep moving every now and then.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Just spray some of that stuff in there and, you know.
Yeah, I do it all the time. These things always come back.
Well, we've already got some people watching, and if I've already missed you guys checking in, that's all right. You can say what's up in chat, and I'll let you guys know. I'll let Red Legend know that you're here. We got Green Dragon is here, and so is Mark Hurst that I can tell so far. I'm pretty sure Devil's Reaper just checked in as well, so we're going to get this thing started. How familiar are you with the interviews?
I've watched a bunch of them, so I'm pretty familiar with them.
Excellent. All right. Well, for those of you in chat that maybe aren't familiar, I just do a random series of questions here. Some are random, some are not, based on how I've watched you play. I might have some additional questions to throw in there. We play a little game here or there, and we get to know a little bit more about Red Legend. Okay?
Yes.
All right. If you see my arms going a little funky, it's because I put my controllers down. Yep. I like to put my controllers down so I can focus on you and my chat because I'm not very good at following chat. Everybody knows that in chat. They like to make fun of me because I always have something go wrong.
All good.
All right. So, are you ready to start the questions?
I'm ready. Grill me.
Cool.
I'm ready.
Okay. Simple question at first. Red Legend, where are you located?
I'm located in Toledo, Ohio.
Toledo,
The Buckeye
Ohio.
State.
All
The
right. All
Buckeye
right.
State. Yep, yep.
Nice. What's up, Common Ground? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for
What
shouting
up,
yourself
Common? How
out.
you doing, homie?
Yep. Anybody that's in watching the interview, make sure you say hi in chat, and I'll let Red know that you're here. All right. Would you mind telling us what you do for a living outside of playing the game?
I work at for a glass factory, basically, Libby Glass.
Libby Glass.
Yep, I've been there over 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to do swing shift, and now I'm on straight days now. It took
Okay,
me a long
very
time to
cool.
get there, so.
Yep.
Yep.
All
I
right.
basically just do maintenance for our warehouse and stuff like that, so.
All right, not a bad
It's
gig.
not a bad gig.
That's
No,
right.
no.
Oh, I almost got you on a jinx. All right. Well, let's talk about Pop One. When did you start playing this lovely game?
I actually started playing it release date. It came out October 2020, I believe, somewhere around there. And I'm one of those Pop One players though, where I never really I started playing it heavy when it first dropped, and then I kind of got into other things. Like I built my green screen studio, and I started getting into mixed reality content. And just started venturing off and streaming different content. So then came back to Pop One, but I'm a little rusty. I consider myself a noob still, honestly. So.
Yep. Well, Red Legend, tell us where we can find you online.
You can find me on, of course, Facebook Gaming. I do my live streaming there. I have my TikTok page. I have a YouTube page also. I need to start showing that actually a little bit more attention, but I do not do the Twitch. I've been thinking about jumping over to Twitch, but haven't made that leap yet. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me: YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook.
Okay. And you do a lot of clips and things like that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do reels and stuff like that on Facebook, and then also TikTok when I can. So
awesome. All right. Well, you've been playing Pop One for a long time, so I've got to ask. I'm curious, what level are you?
I'm. It's weird because when I started off streaming,
he's all.
I
I'm
have
level 27. Just kidding.
I have two different accounts, which is funny. I have my Steam account and then I have my Oculus account. So. I think the Steam account is level 35 or something, and then my Oculus account is level 44. So
okay, that's not bad.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's see here. Red Legend. I don't see any initials with your name, so I'm going to ask: are you in a clan?
Nope.
No clans.
Nope,
are you interested in a clan?
I don't know. I see a lot of people joining clans, and I don't know. I'm not really a tournament type of person, so I don't really see the benefits, I guess, of being part of a clan for me, I guess. So.
Okay. Well, if you could choose a clan without any requirements such as tournaments or anything like that, is there any clan that you'd eyeball and think that might be nice to be a part of?
I guess Sin. Everybody's. You got Space Roach on Sin. You got a lot of people I know that are on Sin, so.
So CYN, not SIN.
Yeah.
Okay,
CYN.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. I have a friend that plays in SIN, so I'm always confused which one, who's talking about what.
Honestly, I don't really even know how many clans there are out there. I know a few of them. I've heard a few of them, like Bad Boys, Omega.
And
that's really all I know, really.
The only reason I know that there's quite a few out there, more than a handful, is because our Facebook community page posted one. Somebody had asked about the clans and asked, can you guys post your clans and what your initials mean?
Okay.
And then that post was huge. And I was like, oh my gosh, I had no clue. I haven't even seen some of these in the lobby. And so, there's there's a flavor for every person out there for sure.
Wow.
Yep. All right. Well, then I guess I shouldn't need to ask the question, but I will anyway. Do you play in tournaments, or have you played in any tournaments?
No, I've never played in tournaments. Usually when I'm live, that's actually when you're seeing me actually play the game.
Okay.
I don't really play a whole lot during the day because I'm working and stuff like that. I have my daughter.
Yep.
So I try and get on every now and then, maybe get an hour in, but a lot of times when I'm live, that's when I'm playing. So that is my practice.
Well, you also have a practice that I've noticed is very difficult. Picking your weapon loadout. It's something that I have been watching. And very much like Fixer, it is I'm going to use the word Fixer, hodgepodge of anything. Yeah. Yes. And Fixer kind of has that theory too. Like you drop on stuff and you grab it, and as you go, you replace it as you like them better. Yep, there are a couple things that I've noticed that you do hold on a regular basis, so I'm hoping to get at least 50%. But man, I was watching every single stream I could possibly think of, going back in history, going forward, watching you live, and I was like, this dude picks up literally everything. So it should be really fun. That's true. I do not see you picking up no PX4 or no Seiko. I don't see that happening. Maybe you do. Maybe I just
or the op either. I don't mess with
I don't see it.
Either,
yep.
Really.
But I have seen you pick up a Magnum. It wasn't pretty, but I did see you do
Magnum
it.
Magnum is probably one of my faves.
Oh, okay. Well, see, he just told me one. See how I did that, chat? Okay.
A little bit.
I know, right? So it won't look so ugly. We're going to go ahead and pop into this match and see how I do with the weapons loadout game. If you guys are in chat and you want to play along, I will not look at chat while we're playing, just to be fair. Although Red did help me out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and
do we have like no gravity?
We have a low gravity and a high
gravity,
fling.
awesome. I was like, I noticed I just flinged myself and I'm like, ooh, I'm flying.
That was really fast. Yeah, and you'll fling and it'll be lots of fun. All right, so I've seen you actually carry these, but I don't think it's part of your loadout. But just in case you have anything up your sleeve, I'm just going to take one of those. Let's see here.
Anything up my sleeve?
Yep.
Interesting.
Reaper knows what I'm talking about. All right. Just gonna look around and see. So he mentioned it, so I'll hold this for now. All right. This is one that I do see regularly, although I don't know if it's gonna fit into his final wheel. I'm gonna carry it, just like he loads it out, until I find something better. Okay. Oh.
I don't think you're ever gonna get this.
I know, it'll be a miracle, right? I've seen him carry this, although I know that it's replaced with something else he likes better. And I have seen it in almost every wheel he uses when he comes across them. So I think I'll be okay with that one. I've seen him carry these. Although those are very beautiful, and Raging Handicap might just, dream about this every night. I'm not going to pick that up.
Can she get the loadout?
Oof. I do not see you carrying those babies. Usually when I say that, it's exactly what you carry. This is what I was talking about, chat. In replacement of that one that I saw, he regularly carries this. I don't know if he's gonna, admit it. Or prove me wrong. I don't know. But, this I feel fairly
Here
confident
504
with.
said, "What up?"
What up? Thanks for joining in chat. I'm doing my interview with Red Legend. Right now we're playing the weapons loadout game, and I am gonna replace that because it's just prettier, and how can you not? I am trying to figure out what Red Legend's favorite weapons are. Why am I collecting loot like I'm gonna go to war? Are you collecting ammo too by accident?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
nope.
I am. I don't know why. Okay, so I've seen him carry this, and I know that he likes it, and it might be preferred over this one. And I'm just going to say that because I'm going to go with this one and skip on that one. So we'll see if that was a good choice. All right. I just gotta pick up what I think you use for heals and head your way. I also need to find the long one of this here. I need the long one because I know he likes it. Pretty sure it's around here somewhere. I mean, it's gotta be, right? Here we go. You. I need
Where
you.
are you, Tipsy?
I'm over here. Here. Oh, there we go. I need that.
I'm literally like flinging myself looking for you.
I know he carries these. Here's the thing with this, guys. I'm going to carry one set. He usually carries multiple sets of these. And so, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to go ahead
Multiple sets.
Just carry one. And I have to make the decision if I want this or the easy ones. I kind of want to go with this one. I'm probably going to get this on. Oh, there's the other one. So that's what I'm kind of making a decision on. Chat, if you watch Red Legend regularly, you know that I haven't seen these regularly in that wheel. I know he uses them, but he doesn't usually pack them. I'm going to go with this one just by small chance that I might be close. I don't know. I'm probably going to get this wrong. Ugh.
I'm ready when you are.
I am ready when you are. Where are you at currently? Yeah.
I'm right where we started.
Okay. I am on top of Summit. Do you see me? I'm gonna jump. Jump! Do you see me?
You're on top of Summit.
See, here I am. Woo! Hello! I'm shaking my highlighter. Woo! You see me?
No, I don't see you. Hold on.
Hello! Oh, that is a really pretty one. I should not switch it out, right, chat? Should not switch it out. Okay, I won't switch it out. Right where we started. I'm right where the launch pads are. Are you in Metropolis?
No, I'm in the Kingdom.
Oh, where we started in Kingdom. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here,
Fly over.
I can come to you.
We'll meet towards farms. How's that?
Yeah, farmland.
Okay, cool.
Sounds.
Shoot, I should have just gone to that drop over there. Did you hit the drop by chance?
No, I did not.
Oh, there might be prettier ones there. I see you! How about this tractor? This is
right on the tractor. Down on the farm.
Yeehaw! Yee forkin' ha! Okay, so here's what we've got. The first weapon that I picked was...
Oh, shit.
The samurai sword.
I had something in my hand.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Don't worry, I picked him up.
Okay, the first thing I had.
Okay, banana. Yep. Okay, I had a banana too.
Oh wait, do I spit out both of them?
Sure, why not? Did you have a samurai sword?
Nope.
Dang. Oh, see this chat? That's exactly what I was talking about. Remember when I said double? Yep. I was saying that he usually carries 2 of those. So 4 bananas is something. Why do you seriously have another banana? Oh my god, is this going to be a wheel of all bananas? Red Legend, shame on you. This is so bogus. Oh my god, this is bogus. Okay, fine. Can I guess? Okay, this is what I grabbed. You're such a turd. Oh my god, he had nothing but bananas. How did you find that many bananas? Oh my god.
I said in one of my streams I was going to do this if you ever interviewed me.
Well, you know, this is awesome because I'm
just gonna go around and collect all bananas.
You must have the same sense of humor as me because I was going to do this with PX4s at several occasions. I thought Space Roach might be the one, but I felt so good with his that I really
honestly,
wanted to guess.
I pick up whatever, man. It's weird, you know.
Well, here's what I grabbed. I grabbed shakers, not cans.
I try to carry a shield sometimes.
Okay, and this is one I was very confident with.
I definitely grab umps. Yep.
Umps, yep. Okay, and then I also picked up the AKM instead of the RFD.
Yeah,
although
I've been doing the AK lately.
Yep, I've noticed.
Yep,
and then I did pick up your Magnum, and I found a purple, so I thought I'd bring that. And I had the bananas and the sword as my loadout, so that's kind of what I was rolling with. I wasn't sure if
No,
that was
you're
kind of
pretty,
like your
pretty,
thing.
Pretty
Pretty good?
precise.
Okay. Well, how fast do you run?
Oh, no! Shit. I knew that was coming.
Why won't any of you guys fight me? Am I that scary?
Oh.
Just kidding.
I should have held the sword.
Oh, gosh. MK Car, what's up in Twitch? How you doing? If you guys are just joining, like Super Nugs just did, I'm doing my TipsyTrixie Takeover. Oh man, that would be in my wheel right there. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm not gonna kill you.
That's okay. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. We're in the lobby. You can't kill me.
So did you? Obviously, you know this is my skin I wear.
This is my skin I wear. We're in the same
is it
skin.
Really, for real?
Yeah, this is my favorite skin. Okay, chat, here's one thing you want to notice. We can't friend. Red Legend and I, we're not allowed to friend.
They
for
do
whatever
not want us to be friends.
Ungodly reason, we are not friends already, and we cannot friend
each other.
Super dumb.
We're gonna have to do the codes.
So I'm doing my interview here with Red Legend. Just did the weapons loadout where he thought he was going to be a funny guy. And everything in his wheelhouse. Oh, cool. Hater wants to play with me. Sorry, Hater, I'm doing my interview. He filled up his wheel with nanners. What a funny guy, because it's the same humor that I have. Gotta watch this one. You can tell. All right. Out of all of these weapon beauties, do you have a weapon secret you want to share with us?
A weapon secret?
Yeah. Do you have any secrets?
I really don't, man.
Okay.
Do I have any secrets? Maybe outside the game, but not.
Well, you like the Magnum, so how do you load the Magnum? Do you load it with a flick of a wrist?
Just a little flick of the wrist, you know?
Yeah, okay. Yep, that was shared in one of them. AKM, I was shared with, you can load it with just one motion if you hold it to the side. Did you know that?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, yeah, those are ones that... Raging Handicap shared with me a little peeking trick that you can do, a little like through the wall kind of thing, although I've tried it. Yep. Just some cool things that are shared during these interviews. And I appreciate it because it makes me a better player.
Yeah,
one day I might be even as good as you guys.
It's weird. As much as people tell me like what to do, I'm like, I still don't like do it. Like in game, I'm like, fuck. It's like,
yep.
I'm really horrible at building. Like I need to work on building more when I'm in like getting fired at or shot at. Like I always forget to build. It's weird.
I went through stages of building,
and I'll just fucking throw like 6 or 7 tiles.
Yes.
Out, like, you know, like...
Or I'll be the person with like 300 builds, and I don't use any of them. And everybody's like, "I need builds," and I'm like, "How do I open my backpack?"
I'm like, I always forget to build. I'm like, shit.
What's up, Skittles? Thanks for joining the Red Legend interview, Mr. McSkittles. I still have to play him in golf. I have to say that like every opportunity.
Definitely.
He beats me every time.
I pretty much have a smorgasbord of games on
You
Steam
do. So Red Legend, let's we've got a variety of people hopping in. Let's share where we can find you online again.
You can find me on, Red Legend Gaming on Facebook, and then also my TikTok page and then YouTube. So,
perfect.
Red Legend Gaming.
And great question to ask you. Why do you stream?
It's something I enjoy. I like the whole process of actually streaming, not just actually being live, but I like the whole process of actually setting up OBS and, cameras and, doing the chroma key in my green screen. I definitely love specializing in mixed reality. Like when I first seen mixed reality, like somebody putting themselves in the actual game, I was like, wow, this is freaking amazing. And I was like, I got to learn how they're doing this. So, I built myself a green screen studio, and then, I started, I don't know, what really got me into streaming too was like,
said,
Biohazard,
oh shit, I did not know this was going on.
I followed him heavily when he was, streaming for the VR Bros, and then, he came to me and then wanted to do Level Up, like when I was first starting out on Red Legend Gaming, so.
That's right.
That's kind of what got me into streaming and stuff, so.
Well, your setup is pretty darn impressive.
Well, so.
Yep.
Thank you,
and
thank you.
I typically ask this question near the end, but I am just like super curious, and I don't want to like kind of like skip over already talking about it. Will you share your setup with us? Kind of talk about programs you use, surroundings, your green screen, that kind of stuff, because it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, actually, my green screen setup is pretty affordable. It's basically just made out of fabric.
Mm-hmm.
The pieces that I've got, I got them on Amazon. They're like $40 a piece, and I think I'm using like 3 or 4 pieces. And I basically constructed like a cube inside my basement, and I stand inside the cube, and I have a 12 pedal foot system. And basically, I don't know if you've seen it. Also, I'm going to be testing out the Stream Buddy that Wesley Snipes is working on.
I heard. I think you were the first recipient of that. Is that right?
Yes.
Very cool. Yep. Congrats on that.
Thank you. And then also, I work with a lot of programs like Live for the mixed reality. I've been testing like Oculus Mirror for and stabilization for streaming and stuff like that with PopulationOne. I did it with Saints and Sinners the other night. I stream all different kinds of methods though. I use Oculus with Oculus Airlink. When I'm doing the mixed reality setup and stuff like that in other games, I use Steam platform games. I use virtual desktop, but I do everything pretty much wireless. I love being wireless, like especially like doing like Thrill of the Fight. I don't know if you ever seen any of those streams. Like I move around constantly, like within my play circle, so I don't want to be constricted to like a cord basically and get all tangled up and stuff like that. So.
Well, I logged into one of your streams once, and I don't know why it caught me off guard. I was laughing so hard because I was expecting to find you like, I don't know, running around like Indiana Jones or playing PopulationOne or something fun like that. And you were actually in a kayak on water with your kayak. Like I was laughing so hard. Like,
that is
dude,
so peaceful.
How did you do that one? Do you sit in a chair? Like what is it that you do for that game?
Basically I'm just standing in my green screen studio, and when you calibrate Live, basically like it throws you like in the kayak, and you can adjust your height and everything, but you don't basically see my legs and everything like in the water, so it just looks like I'm in the kayak and I'm just kind of kayaking around,
Totally. It was hilarious.
About that game too is like you can use a broomstick and actually hook your handles to it and actually simulate like a kayak
that's awesome
experience.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Well, what other games you mentioned Saints and Sinners, right?
Yeah, I did Saints and Sinners the other night. I do like what is it, Pistol Whip, I do PopulationOne, Beat Saber. I mean, God, anything, if you name it, man, I'll at least try it out. I've streamed like so much shit, like Contractors, Pavlov. I want to get into Contractors again, especially with all the Halo stuff that's just dropped, the mods and stuff like that. So
I've seen some of that being played with. Yep. Yeah. Awesome.
What else? I mean, there's so many games. Like, I love horror games as well. I love, getting scared in virtual reality. So, I mean, I'll pretty much try anything, especially if it supports mixed reality. I'll definitely give it a go.
Yep, awesome.
I've bought a lot of stupid games that, are supported by mixed reality, but I'm like, because I can film myself and actually put myself in the game, I'm like, I'll buy it. I'm like,
yep, exactly.
I might make a reel with it one day or do something, goofy with it, but
makes a whole different experience.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I've been talking so hard about getting Zelda in here. Oh my god.
Yes.
I will be your number one viewer if you ever do Zelda.
Like drunken bar fight, and actually like constructing skits and stuff like that, and filming skits or whatever with it. So,
awesome.
Creating content like that, but
great idea.
I got all kinds of ideas, but.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's get back into PopulationOne talk. And you said that you are streaming basically when you're playing, so you don't play very often or at all offline. Is that right?
Not a whole lot. I mean, here and there, just a little bit, but yeah, mainly when you see me live is when I'm playing. So.
Okay. Do you pick your teammates based on if you're streaming or not, or do you have a certain way you pick who you play with?
No, I've been running with like the dragons. I don't know if you know who Green Dragon is and
Green
Pink
and Pink?
Dragon.
Yep.
They've been part of my squad for a while, and then
I love that squad because it's green, pink, and red.
Pretty much though. I mean, I'll play with anybody, honestly. You know, whether they're young or old, or you know, so.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter. I'm a casual player, so.
Well, you and I have something in common. Not just common ground. But, sorry, that was super cheesy. You guys, I'll erase that later. What is your earliest skin or your most favorite legendary skin? What skin is it that you like the most?
Well, I play with this the most, the Zero skin. I do have the...
This is what I wear, guys.
The early yellow hazmat skin. I do have
Oh, you
that.
do?
Yes, I do have that.
That's the one that hurts my soul.
These two and those skins are probably like the earliest skins that I have, you know.
Okay. But, all right. Let's see. If you started playing Pop 1 today, what is something that you wish you knew from day one?
Well, how to build.
How to build?
I don't know. Yeah, staying with your squad, definitely. I still, to this day, kind of wander off like a child and loot, you know, and then I look at the map and see my team's way the fuck over there. You know,
yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
But, you know, I don't know. A lot of you guys watch my streams. I'm all coherent. I'm not like I'm paying attention to chat. I'm doing this. I'm worried about a pedal here. I'm like
you are. There was one you were playing with a lady and it was hilarious. You guys were like trying to there was a res going on and there was like stuff being dropped for you to pick up and like I don't know what happened, but you turned around and you just got shot again and it was like
yes.
Oof. Or there was one I watched.
They call me the res legend.
Yes.
I'm usually getting rezzed all the time.
Makes total sense. Yeah. I was watching you the other night where I popped in your chat and I was like, can you please stop dying? Because I just wanted to check out your loadout. I was like, oh my God, stop.
Yeah,
oh God.
What's
up, Southampton? Right?
But it's still fun. It's still fun.
It is. So what advice would you give to a new player?
A new player, you know, have fun, man. You know, start off practicing. I guess go to the shooting range, learn the guns. Maybe start out doing bot battles. You know, until you get comfortable with actually getting into squads or stuff like that. Because I mean, it can be intimidating sometimes. Like, because there's a lot of good people in this game, and you know, definitely like intimidating even with streaming. You know, because I'm probably one of the most like mediocre Pop 1 players out there that's a streamer, you know, like I stream to have fun, but like there's some serious, you know, competitors out here. And
absolutely, you know. Yep. And do you ever get them where they look at your skin and they think you're like super badass and then you're like, you know, I'm just me.
Especially like I haven't wrote to Big Box yet, like to get verified. I'm past the follower mark, but I just haven't done it yet.
Nice.
But I'm sure once I throw the verification up above my head, they'll think I'm a
Red
sweat
Legend.
or something.
Scary.
Don't
or
worry,
you could just,
kill me.
I know, right? Or you could just hop on TikTok and get verified, like, I don't know, in like 20 days or something. Yeah. Okay. So are you willing to share your stats with us?
Yeah. I can share my stats. Let me actually pull it up on my phone real quick.
Cool. While Red Legend's pulling up his stats, I'm just going to let you guys know I'm here doing my TipsyTrixie Takeover Tuesday in PopulationOne.
All right, I got him.
I'm doing these on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm on Facebook and Twitch. My Twitch is a slow moving, but always there for you if that's your preference. Red Legend here in the house. He can be found all over the place. We'll talk about in a moment, but he's going to share his stats with us.
Now, I think these are my Oculus stats, but games, I show 1,675 games, 212 wins, 1,571 kills, average damage 262. I have a win rate of 12.7.
Yeah.
Average kills 0.9.
Yeah. You posted something like this online. I saw it, and it was so funny. You were like, "I'm a beast."
Yeah.
Super funny. No,
Most
I
mediocre
appreciate
stats ever.
Oh, hey, like that's me. Like, I'm in it to have fun. I love playing with great players because winning is always winning, you know? But at the same time, my favorite matches are the ones that you just can't stop laughing. Just stupid stuff match
That's
long.
what's great about this game, man. It's just like the community, the people that, friendships have been built through this game pretty
Absolutely.
much. So.
Yep, and they're solid. They are sometimes and more likely more solid than people great, in person. Yeah. So, rank placement is gone, but who knows? It could come back. PopOne, Big Box likes to throw in those, little refurbished items.
Changes.
Yeah. What did you think about the rank placement? What did you think about that?
At first, I didn't care about it, and then it got to be like where I was like, you know what? I'm grinding. I'm going to try to get up to, I wanted to get master. I didn't make it, but I got, what is it, platinum?
Yep.
Or is it diamond?
Diamond?
I don't forget.
Diamond before master?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw you pooping out diamond trails, so yeah.
yes, I had the diamond poops. But
don't be sad about that. I'm diamond poops too.
Yeah, I wanted the red trails for Red Legend. I was trying to grind to get to master.
I'm sorry.
But I was like, I never made it, so I'm just like, fuck it,
Yeah,
but,
diamonds are better anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any weaknesses to share? Like, you kind of already talked about, like, building is kind of a mess for you sometimes, but do you have any weaknesses?
A lot of times I have a weakness too, like where, I don't know if you see it on my stream a lot, I panic. I pop my wheel up, I'm fucking grabbing bananas when I'm trying to grab guns.
You've got res, like the paddles in your hands, and then there's an enemy in front of you.
I do panic sometimes, so.
That's okay.
I need to build more, definitely need to build more.
Okay.
You know what I honestly need to do? I need to start running with, like, people that are actually really good at the game and, like, start picking up pointers from them, but...
Perfect.
I just don't spend a lot of time in custom lobbies and stuff like that. Like I should.
What is your new stream schedule since you've had a job hour change?
That's a good question too. I don't know, man. I might do somewhere around 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. ish, somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. So you never know. I could go earlier, later. So.
All right. Well, if you guys want to play with Red Legend, because exactly, open season. You want to play with Red Legend? So. You'd like to play with some good players and maybe pick up on some tips.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to play with him, but
anybody, honestly.
But they won't let me friend him.
Yes,
I don't know
they
why.
Won't let us be friends.
It's like this whole stingy thing. I don't even know. Watch, we're gonna get back in. I'm gonna see my list, and you'll be on it or something. So dumb. Okay. Well, PopOne has helped a lot of people in the community, in our PopOne community, in lots of different ways, especially through COVID and things like that. Has PopOne helped you?
Yeah, it's helped me, be more sociable with people, connect with people. And yeah, during the COVID season, I mean, dude, the quest was, a lifesaver with connecting with people and playing games and stuff like that. So yeah, I would have to say, yeah, it's helped out,
Awesome. Well, let's say hi to a couple more people in chat. We've got True Prime is in the house. What's up, Prime?
Up, True Prime?
Big Box, just give the verified to anyone now. It's pointless. Oh, sweet. I could be verified, Prime? Is that what you're saying? Sweet.
Yeah, don't you just have to have 1,000 followers on any platform, right? In order to
I think so. I don't know. It's a little different for each platform, but I think it's 1,000 for Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000 for Facebook. So
Reaper's in here, and he's saying he'll definitely play with you.
Yeah,
Skittles was just sharing. Let's see here. They changed the requirements.
I don't think I've ever played with Reaper.
Have you not? Okay.
There's a lot of people I haven't played with. I haven't played with Tadded. I haven't played with CJ. I haven't played with Reaper. I haven't played with Jeezy. I haven't played with. Is it Super Nugs? Is that his name?
He's watching. He's watching as well. Omega Super Nugs. Nice. Hello. You just heard it. If you guys heard your name shouted out, you better find Red Legend. Watch his streams. You can jump in his chat and tell him to share his friend code with you, and then you can jump into a game and teach him a few things. We could play together like this in the same
Come harass
skin.
me in my stream.
Yep, exactly.
Tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Tell Red Legend how much he sucks.
Yes, come to my stream and be like, God, this is fucking horrible.
Why are you doing this? Turn it off. Some trolls I've seen do that. It's kind of funny.
Commit to such humiliation.
Right? I do this just so you can come in here and look at me and make comments. It makes me feel so much better.
I also stream too because I feel like it's, you know, it's a form of entertainment as well.
Totally.
That's why I try to jazz my streams up with all the graphics and stuff like that, and you know.
You've got a really cool pod, by the way. Like, talk to me a little bit about that. If somebody were, if somebody's watching right now that's never seen it, talk about that.
Definitely love the pod overlay. That was designed by the Virtual Samurai. I always want to call him the Last Samurai. I don't know why.
The movie.
But, the Virtual Samurai. He's designed a lot of my stand-in overlays and stuff like that. I've been buying graphics from him probably almost 2 years now. So for streaming, so
it's really cool, you guys. He hops into the pod and it like goes across the screen, and he can actually look in the windows and like kind of like wash the window.
Wave, I can dance. I can do whatever. You know. I'm getting up to the windows and looking out of the window, you know. Yep. So yeah, it's
super
fun.
Cool
it's
stuff.
Fun to play with.
All right.
A little jazz up the stream, spice it up a little bit.
We're gonna ask a couple of questions that gets to know you as a person a little more than a player. So the first one is do you have a favorite food when you're playing VR, or if you don't eat when you're playing VR, what's your favorite food?
I do not really eat while playing VR. So.
Okay. Favorite food then?
Favorite food? Does dessert count?
Sure.
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
Yeah.
I can't have cheesecake.
Breakfast,
I'm allergic to it. Dang it.
But if I had to go with like a certain kind of food, probably like either Chinese or Mexican.
Nice. Mexican food is lovely. Okay.
Yes. A nice margarita, some Mexican food.
Mm-hmm. What about your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is definitely Christmas. Christmas.
Any reason why?
Yes. Just as a child, man, I've always loved Christmas. I loved, just the music, the whole, the lights, the presents, everything. It's just, I don't know, it's always been just like a magical time. And then I try to, make that for my daughter as well, so we love Christmas, so.
The magic is the fun part, especially with the family involved. Absolutely.
In Ohio, it usually snows, so,
Okay. So you have your white Christmases. Okay.
Hopefully, yeah. Go sledding and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. All right. What about animals? Do you have any pets?
I do not have pets.
None. Does your daughter want any pets?
We both have, allergies really bad, so I don't really do pets, but I grew up with pets. I mean, I had cats, dogs, stuff like that. I'm an animal lover, but I just don't have any pets myself.
Do you want a chinchilla?
Breathe easier that way. Do I want a chinchilla?
Yeah, we have a baby chinchilla. We had babies, and we sold them, and we have one left that we need to get rid of.
Nice.
Anyways,
just box it up and ship it my way.
Box it up. The next question, I'm supposed to guess first, and the question is, do I think you are a coffee, energy drink, tea, or soda person? And I don't know, this may have changed for you recently because of your hours at work changing, but I'm going to go with Red Legend is a coffee drinker.
Nope, I do not drink coffee at all. No coffee.
Ooh, okay,
no
what do you like?
Drinks.
Okay.
Tea,
I just soda?
Pop. Nope. Okay. No tea.
No tea, just soda.
Pop and
What's
water.
your favorite soda?
I drink Coke. Coca-Cola.
Okay. Are you from the West Coast?
I am from. You said the West Coast?
Yeah. Were you born there too?
Born and raised in Ohio, yes.
Really? Yep. Okay. The reason I ask is because of the whole pop and soda thing. A lot of people say West Coasters like to say pop. A lot of people say the Eastern side says soda. There's like a
yeah.
So that's why I asked. I'm from California, and I said pop for a long time.
Yeah, I say pop. I've always said pop. So.
All right. Okay. Jumping back into some Pop One questions. When you decide to turn on the game, you're streaming most of those times that you are on. Do you ever hop into the training park, or do you just dive right into a match? Do you ever warm up?
I do warm up, honestly. I don't ever go into the training park. I've really never stepped in there. Before I go live, I usually do like 30 minutes of like solo bot battles, and I put them on insane. And then I just, practice with weapons and stuff like that. So
cool. So some of those better players that you want to work with are going to tell you, if you want to get better, try the training park a little bit. So
try the training park.
I've heard it from a few of these interviews, a few people I've talked to. The training park helps you with the weapons, and it helps you a lot if you just sit there and reload.
Yeah. I've done that with the DT, man, just constantly like flicking, going through the motion or whatever.
I played some Pop One today. I picked up the DT in the lobby, and I was trying to like practice reloading it, and I couldn't do it. And some other players saw me doing it and started laughing. So I was like, all right, I'm going to put that down.
Put this right down over here.
just drop it. I'm done. You don't have to laugh at me no more. Thanks. All right. What are your thoughts? You kind of shared that you like to play with just about anyone. What are your thoughts on squeakers?
Kids don't bother me. Sometimes kids, I've played with toxic adults, so it's like it goes both ways. Kids don't bother me as long as they're, respectful and they're cool. Sometimes kids are fucking better than adults, so.
Oh, true.
Yep. Doesn't really bug me. Like I said, I'll play with whoever,
Awesome. Well, everybody in chat that's joined or sitting around watching, I'm doing an interview here with Red Legend. I'm doing the TipsyTrixie Takes Over. As you guys know, I've added Thursdays, so I can't always just say TipsyTrixie Takes Over Tuesdays, even though I love saying it because of all the T's. But Tuesdays and Thursdays. Red Legend in the house here. Red Legend, where can we find you online?
You can find me on Facebook Gaming, and then TikTok, and then also YouTube.
Thank you.
For all your Red Legend needs.
Heck yeah. This next question I'm going to ask, I get to guess first. My answer is going to be no, and it's probably going to be capital letters of no. The question is, do you rage quit?
Do I rage quit? No.
Yes.
No, I don't.
I can't even imagine you rage quitting. I don't know something really, about your demeanor.
I don't know. There's been times maybe like off stream where I've gotten mad and like took the headset off, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. I've had enough, like getting my ass handed to me.
Sure.
But, on stream, man, I would never like, try to show that side of me, really. So
really, I mean, streaming is really like a serious personal check. It kind of puts you in that box where, like, when you're not streaming, it's really easy to be mad, but then you don't want people to see you go there.
And then also, I feel like I don't know, when I go live, then I'm Red Legend. I'm not really myself, So
your alter ego.
I put on a different role definitely when I'm live. So
high five, man. TipsyTrixie is not of my normal personality either. So
like honestly, man, I'm more of a quiet, keep to myself type of guy.
Yeah,
but
me too.
I don't really want to. I try to be energetic. I try to be entertaining when live. So
yep, it's kind of like your moment to let all that uncomfortableness out.
yes. And it's easy too, because I know I'm in my basement. I know I'm alone. Like if I were to actually be on a stage in front of a crowd of people, I don't know if I could perform.
Probably crap yourself,
so,
right? Right.
Yes, but
I had
a lot of times too is I don't look at my counter either, so I don't ever watch how many people are actually watching me. So
you can actually see that.
Yeah, you can see how many people are actually viewing you so
like
I try not to look at that because I feel like, that might mess with how I'm acting or you know, if I see there's only 2 people watching me, I might be like, you know, like less energetic or whatever, or versus if I know 30 people are watching me. So.
Well, I've seen you in there with quite a few watchers. They enjoy your stuff because every time I'm, like I said, when I was up late enough to watch it, you definitely had the views. When I just happened to pop in and you only had a couple views, usually it was because you were just getting started. So but you're doing great, Red. I mean, I really think your content is
there was
quite
a moment
fascination.
in time, like when we were on Level Up, we were kicking ass, like when it was me, Space Roach, and the Virtual Samurai. I mean, we were getting some heavy views during that time.
Yep. But, you guys have all been doing really great with your content. So what's up, Wilson? Christian Wilson, thanks for joining the stream.
What up, homie?
Yeah.
Is that Sly Fisting?
And
I've never played with him either.
I've never played with him, and I've been watching him lately.
There's a lot of people I've never played with, man.
Yeah. So, Sly, you are getting called out. Red Legend would like to play with you.
I'd like to play with everybody.
He wants to be well-rounded. All right.
He's the shirtless streamer, right?
He is the shirtless. Yeah. What's up, Trevor? Thanks for joining. We're doing our interview here with Red Legend. We're getting through our interview.
What up?
Yep. And we're getting through these questions pretty well. I'm having a great time, mostly because Red Legend is wearing my favorite skin, which happens to be the one he plays in. So it always makes me happy to see this one. I know, and it's so much. Ninjas. It's so much cleaner than the other one that everybody pretends to be the original OG. You know? Yeah. This one's so much better. All right, back into some questions about Pop One. Who is your favorite streamer to watch besides yourself?
I wouldn't call myself my favorite streamer.
All right. Who is your favorite streamer to watch?
My favorite streamer, you know, it would probably have to be someone that matches, you know, my energy, and that's definitely Wesley Snipes. You know.
You guys have some very close similarities.
I also love and look up to, you know, the Virtual Samurai as well. So.
Nice.
For technical, you know, his graphics and all that stuff. So
yeah, some of the stuff he puts together is in awe amazing.
Yeah, like dude, his Beat Saber, you know, mall video where he cuts himself in half at the end, like the dude's amazing.
Pretty awesome.
So definitely those 2 guys are probably the ones to definitely watch and look out for, you know.
Yep. Very innovative, and you're included in that, so
Rochi's up there too, man. Rochi's, you know, Space Roach is
Space Roach has some great ideas. Him and I have bounced ideas, or I've asked him about ideas before, and he's got some great content as well. I think he does a great job with his graphics too. So you guys are all like way beyond my capabilities. So I finally got,
you know, learning as you go, you know.
Right? I finally got a camera, which everybody's like, you got to do a camera. You got to get. I can't even figure out how to hook it up.
I think it's good, man. Like to be a streamer, like definitely be a streamer and put yourself on camera. It's more personable, I think, for your viewers. You know, they get to see who you are as a person. They get to see your movement in game as well. You know, like seeing you moving around. Like
okay, so let me talk about that for a minute. I am a big mover in Pop One. I do not stand still. I use my whole body, and I actually turn my body instead of using the joysticks, more than likely. I have run into walls. I have flipped over beds.
See, now that makes for beautiful content.
I don't know if I really want that shit online.
If you're on camera and you're running into shit, man, we want to watch that.
I never thought of it that way. Shit. Thanks for talking that through with me, Red.
Pulled their green screens down and fell, you know, so it makes for good content.
And then you make a reel out of it, and it's as funny as Common Ground falling asleep when he plays.
Exactly, you know.
I like
there was one
calling
time
that one out.
Made a reel where he slipped and fell and brought his green screen down. So
Yep, I've seen that.
You know,
or when his wife smacked him with the controller.
That, you know.
Yep, little happy
awesome
accidents.
Content, so yes, exactly.
Sweet. Well, let's talk about that time, energy, and patience that takes away from your reality. is there anybody that you would like to thank as you take the time to play Pop One and all of your other games that have given you that time and patience?
Anybody I would like to thank, like in the virtual world or
virtual or real world, if it's somebody that you personally know, or maybe a mod or somebody who's helped you with everything that you've got.
I don't know, man. I would everybody that's helped me along the way, man, especially like with streaming and everything. Definitely, like guys like the Last Samurai, Wesley Snipes,
Yep.
Definitely Common Ground. I've reached out to Common Ground a lot of times for the dude's super knowledgeable with streaming stuff. Same with Wesley Snipes. Those guys are amazing guys to talk to if you definitely need help with setting up anything like with OBS or anything like that. Or those
Yep.
guys are, like I said, super helpful, super knowledgeable, super great guys.
Perfect.
So,
what
pretty
about
much there's a lot of, everybody in the community is pretty nice and helpful.
Isn't that true? Like
questions.
what was that?
So you just got to ask questions.
Oh. I thought you were whispering for a second, but okay. Our community, yeah. Our community is pretty awesome. I think that all the different Facebook pages that you can get on, all the different Twitch channels that you can get on, all the different reels that are getting posted on TikTok and YouTube and everywhere else, like getting this game out there is important to all of us passionate players of Pop One, and you are a big part of that because your content just steps it up another level from that basic common streamer. You've got a lot of great graphics. You have a great personality. And I think everybody in chat, including Trevor Warren, who is saying that you're one of his favorite streamers.
Thank you, Trevor. I appreciate that, man. Trevor's a good guy. He's always coming to the streams, always supporting. So, yeah, dude, I love you, Trevor.
And then we had Lady join us as well. She's kind of hanging out, Lady, watching the interview. Nice. I was talking about you earlier, Lady, when you guys were playing the other day. Mm-hmm. Yep. And
I'm glad that she's actually streaming too now. It's good to see her streaming.
It is. She's got a great personality as well. I can't stop laughing when I'm around her, though.
She's really good at the game too, so.
Yes, she is. Yep. I always think that I'm gonna.
Voice.
She does. I always think that I'm gonna kill her, and then she like does this thing where she like sneaks up behind me, and she's like, "Good night, Trixie." Ding. So, yeah, thanks for that, Lady. Anyways, I've got a really important question for you. Okay. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm getting a little dizzy. There we go. I'm straightened out. Everybody in chat needs to know this. Do you wear boxers, briefs, or go commando when you play VR?
I'm always wore boxers. I'm a boxer guy.
Okay. We'll just stop that right there. All right. What about, we've kind of already talked about your stream setup and your surroundings and things like that. Are there any special programs that you utilize to set up some of them graphics other than Live and other things that you want to talk about?
A lot of the graphics are just thrown into OBS, and then hotkeyed to my foot pedals, for like scene switching or graphic pop-ups, so okay. Basically, I'm basically hotkeying everything in OBS, so not really anything technical. Now, when I do mixed reality and stuff like that, then it gets more technical. I use, Live. Obviously, I calibrate through that. I use virtual desktop. Like I said, I use Oculus AirLink. I used to stream virtual desktop, but I felt like it was laggy, so I switched to the Oculus AirLink. And using the Oculus platform basically for Pop One.
And you found that works a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. When you're playing Pop One, we all have that choice when you enter a game to hot drop or pod. When do you make that decision?
You know what? I honestly just go with the flow, man. I usually wait for my teammates to say what they want to do, and then I just follow. Whether if they want to hot drop, I'll hot with them. If they want to pod, I'll pod. I
you and
love
I
actually
have
potting just because I like using my pot overlay in
right.
my live streams. So
very true. You
know,
worked really hard on it. You want to use it.
Yeah. Well, we've been playing what is it, the Metro Arena, and you know, obviously you don't pot out or anything. So I'm like,
yep.
fuck, I don't get to use my pot overlay. I'm like,
I don't want to play this mode anymore.
Yeah. No, it's fun though. It's fast paced.
I'm just gonna throw out a comment in chat that's really important because Devil's Reaper is at work right now, back at work for the first time after his surgery.
Nice.
And Lady wanted to make sure he knew that he is her favorite person to kill. Okay, moving on. We talked about your weapon loadout. Do you organize your weapon wheel?
No, I really don't. I just kind of throw shit in where it goes, and I don't really organize shit, honestly.
I don't either, yeah.
My wheel's a mess half the time. It's filled with different shit. So.
Give people anxiety. You're just like,
Yep.
Cool. Okay, here's a question for you. If you don't want to answer it, that's fine. But in your today's opinion, who is the best Pop 1 player?
Who is the best Pop 1 player? You know, that's hard to say. You know, I see a lot of good qualities in a lot of different people. You know, of course, everybody's gonna say Samachi. I don't know. You know, that's hard to. I would probably say Samachi. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really follow like hardcore to know like everybody and who's like probably one of the best people. I've just heard, you know, Samachi's really good. What is it, Zoloto? Is that her name?
Zoloto, yep.
She's really good. So
she brings it. She does.
Those are probably like some of the, you know, Raging's pretty good. Raging Handicap.
Definitely. He's up there.
You know, Mr. McSkittles is fucking super good. So.
Yep, he's scary.
Yep.
Not in mini golf though. Not in mini golf.
Not in mini golf. So. You know, Shadow's pretty good. I mean, fuck, there's a lot of good people, man. I could just keep naming people, but
yep. Awesome.
I don't know.
Let's talk about Pop 1 outside of the game. Is there anything that you're involved in outside of playing the game, such as, I don't know, Discord or meeting up with Pop 1 players or anything like that you've been involved in or plan to do?
I have a Discord. I don't really pay it much attention. I just kind of do the live streaming thing and create content and reels. So
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I don't really do a whole lot of custom lobbies or anything like that. I need to start doing more of that stuff, but
all right. Strange question. If you had a pet unicorn, what would you name it?
If I had a pet unicorn, what would I name it? Jesus.
I know. I didn't drop it on the question list, did I?
No, you didn't. I wasn't ready for this one. I don't know. Sparkles? I don't know.
Aw, Sparkles. I wanted to see how you would react in a random throw-in question. Good job, Red.
I'll randomly ask questions or randomly answer questions. I don't give a shit.
Let's see. Everybody has a favorite moment playing in Pop 1 where they've done something amazing or they did something hilarious or something that made you super angry that you just couldn't forget. Do you have one of those moments or a proudest achievement?
Shit. You know what's weird? Like, I play better off stream because I don't have to focus on the pedals and the chat and all that stuff and the lag. And just the other day I had a 10 kill game, you know, with 1,500 damage. So
nice.
And I even took a picture with my headset to prove it. So I'm like, I gotta get this.
I gotta post
this. Doesn't happen often. Yeah. I didn't post it yet, but I'm just like, that doesn't happen very often for me. I mean, a lot of times when you see me streaming, like I think like the top kills I'll get maybe is like 4 or 5. You know, so.
That's kind of where I roll too. I think you and I would be. I don't know if we would play well together because we play the same.
Wow moments in Pop 1, like, oh my god, I just killed fucking, you know, somebody sweet. You know, I haven't really.
I just killed Raging Handicap.
Yeah, I haven't killed anybody like super sweet or anybody or like that I know of. Honestly, a lot of times when I do kill somebody, I don't really even look at who I killed. So
yeah, I don't either. Yeah.
Just like, I just killed somebody. It's a kill. Like,
somebody told me, like, we were in a game and they told me that I killed some like big streamer, big person, and I was like, what? I did?
Yeah.
Oh, who was it?
And then if
I don't even
when I
remember.
make a reel, it like takes me like 3 or 4 streams to make a kill reel.
Nice. Well, those are essentially all the questions for our interview today. I was going to ask you if you had any thoughts of, I've got the entire month of September is booked. And so in planning ahead, is there anybody you think that I should interview that I haven't already?
Man, there's a lot of like Pop1 streamers popping up now, I noticed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Which is great.
I don't know, man. Maybe in the future, like Green Dragon, maybe, you know? Get him on here.
Yep, I've reached out to him.
I don't know if you know him.
I do. James Lewis.
Yep, I run with him a lot. You know, he's becoming, dude, he's getting really good. Like, he plays a lot, way more than I do, and half the time I'm running around trying to keep up with him. You know, he's carrying me on the squad. Him in pink. So you know, that's my boy, man. I'd like to see if you get him on here, maybe.
Cool. All right, you heard it, Green. I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
Are you going to be streaming this evening after this interview?
Yeah, I'm probably going to set up a stream and go live for
Perfect.
an hour or so.
Share with us
later.
Where we can find you online.
Red Legend Gaming on Facebook Gaming, the blue page, and also you can find me on TikTok, Red Legend Gaming, and then also YouTube.
Perfect. And then Red, real quick, if we're searching your name, does it need the little dash between?
No, it doesn't need the dash. No.
Okay. All right.
I think I just did that for, I don't think it was letting me
separation.
Make like, the name. Yeah.
Okay.
Because of my Steam one, I think. I don't know if that's how it works or whatever.
Makes sense. All right.
Yep.
Well, Red Legend, thank you for your time. This was a great interview. I had a lot of fun. Thank you for wearing my favorite skin.
Be on your show and get interviewed.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you so much. This was fun.
I really wish I could friend you. So I think what I'm going to do is, I know. I don't know why.
Like, damn it.
Nobody wants us to be friends.
Maybe
and I
checked.
Skin. I don't know, man. I checked the list, and unless I'll
have to put up my friend code or whatever, or get your friend code or.
Yep. My Facebook page has my friend code also. If you were to go into like ask me a question or send me a message, you can get it that way.
I need to set up like Knockspot and like that way my code starts popping up for people if they press like explanation pop or something like that. Or
perfect.
I need to do that in the future, but
I want to say this was awesome. Thanks, Red. I hope you have a great stream tonight. For everybody that's in chat, I want you to make sure you like, follow, and share this guy if you haven't already. A lot of the people that joined us this interview is already part of your huge fan club. Make sure you take this stream real quick before we log out and say goodbye, and share it. Share it out to a group of people. Share it out to a page. Sharing is caring. Share it out to a person. Share it out to your aunt. Whatever. Just get it out there, guys. And you never know. It might be that aunt that you sent it to. Your little cousin has it in their phone in their hand, and they're like, "What is this?" And they go through it, and they like it. Who knows? You never know. So, Red Legend, it was a pleasure. And we're going to say goodbye to Mr. Red Legend. Have a good one. Thank you for joining me for the TipsyTrixie Takeover. And today is Tuesday, so it's a Takeover Tuesday, of course. Again, you can find me on Facebook. I'm also on Twitch. You guys are welcome to like and share the content. I appreciate it. I'm just out there trying to get your name out there. So if you have somebody in mind you want me to interview, don't feel shy to share it with me or send me a message. I'll be happy to check them out, do a little lurking, and get them scheduled. So other than that, you guys all have a great evening, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.